Okay, yeah, we're going ghost, I think is the phrasing. Or whatever, dude,
Huh?
it's a dumb joke.
What?
It's, yeah, just forget, it's a bad joke, it sucked.
Okay.
It's a terrible, just like, mental note to myself later on, delete this opening section, it's terrible, I hate it. Next bit. It's so Digimon. Ah,
So
crap, where do I start with this? I guess, yeah, this, yeah.
also, last night, where is it? What did you say? There it is. Who the heck is that? Is this a Golfmon?
Golfmon, yes.
Okay, I'm trying because that name didn't pop up in the movie anywhere, as far as I know. So,
Yeah, so I know what this
oh,
thing is
that
from,
thing.
like, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, right, I forgot there's, like, a start to this movie.
Uh, Staccato. Oh,
No, because,
Omnimon's fighting Mephismon.
yeah. So
By the
this,
way, Omnimon is completely irrelevant to this movie.
oh, so this is such a confusing. So alright, this probably seems really weird that we're like so baffled by this film, but here's the thing: like this movie just kind of goes, and they offer very little explanation for what the fuck is going on, because they just shove in like 50 million action scenes that are all like just over in like an instant, and they all feel really like boring and flaccid.
Like half of the movie is just Takato and Kai hanging out.
Yeah, and the other half is like just them fighting random Digimon and like one-shotting them. And it's like, oh, okay, good for Growlmon, I guess.
Yeah. Did you know Alamalakarimon had guns under its shell? Because I didn't.
I didn't either. Do you know apparently Guilmon can kill Alamal Karimon? He doesn't even need like a card or anything, he can just do it.
Crazy.
Oh man, so
So Takato's going on like summer vacation or something with his cousin Kai, who showed up in the anime and we didn't know who he was.
yeah,
That's because this clearly takes place somewhere in the middle of the series.
yeah, it's very confusing because it's like, okay, so thanks for the follow, Lee. Yeah,
Oh, thanks.
but yeah, because like they go up to like their ultimate forms at the very end, but like at the same time, Rika like has room on loaded Digimon. And in like the actual series, that's something she stopped doing after getting champion form.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely before the series because Rika's still got the old shirt.
Yeah, yeah, thanks, Lee. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. But yeah, so
So,
like,
so yeah, here's the setup. Takato's going on vacation to Okinawa. There's it's very not explained, but there's like a new VPet thing. It's like a little desktop buddy, and it hangs out on your computer and does stuff.
yeah, let's not mince words here. This is Bonsai Buddy.
It's
It's basically Bonsai Buddy.
yeah,
Like the villain is like a scientist, or no, he's not a scientist because it's
not
like,
even he's a Digimon.
yeah, so like apparently a Pokemon just exists in this universe. I'm not
Yeah.
sure
Oh,
what he is or what happened to him, but
I
like,
I forgot about it. I forgot about a Pokemon. He
yeah,
doesn't even come
Pokemon
back.
just shows up for a second and then disappears, and then you see like Mephistomon, who's like the big villain of the movie. And I had to read up on this to like learn what the crap that was even about. But apparently it's like, so So, like, Mephistomon is just this evil goat Digimon man that's formed from Apoclymon's thought data or whatever.
So he's projecting himself.
He's projecting Apocalypse before he appears for, like, the sake of explaining his poorly defined backstory.
Oh, man.
And he just shows up and he, like, fights Omnimon, and then you just cut to Takato. And it's like, that's our villain introduction, guys. It's everything you need to know, I guess.
The Omnimon thing doesn't make any sense because it's clearly just there for like, hey, Digimon fans, look, it's Omnimon. Because Omnimon, you could remove Omnimon from this movie and it wouldn't change anything.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it would honestly... It would make things make more sense, because Mephistomon's an ultimate, so Omnimon should, like, wreck him.
Yeah, Omnimon... his sole purpose is to teleport Henry and Rika to the area where they fight, and then he's like, I can't do anything else from here. It's like,
why not?
Omnimon!
Dude, you're one of the strongest characters in the universe.
You're freaking Omnimon. What are you talking about?
You're legit one of, like, the 20 or 30 strongest Digimon ever shown on screen.
It's so, and this is jumping ahead to like really far, but like I just want to point out how pointless Omnimon is to this movie.
Yeah, because like Omnimon does nothing. Meanwhile, everyone else is like, trying to like deal with the like Bonsai Buddy program because it's
like
an actual virus.
Yeah. It's like a literal virus that's causing like planes to crash and like medical equipment to go down. There is something about this movie that's kind of nuts, and it's how visceral like some of like the crashes and explosions and stuff is.
Yeah.
There's like a scene where it's showing all the like the traffic lights freaking out, and then you see a car crash, and it's like those people are dead.
Yeah, they're just done. Like, there's a scene where it's like, yo, so the VPET Bonsai Buddies malware programs are just going evil. So they eat data in their dog forms, and then they just turn to little like demon imps.
And they
like,
just laugh.
Yeah, and
one of them does like a cheetah roar.
Yeah.
A jaguar or whatever.
It's like we cut to a scene where it's like, like a couple of doctors working on like a patient, like a hospital room, and they're doing like surgery. And like all their medical equipment just stops, and they're like, what the crap? And it's like, oh, that's bad. And they just look over, and like a Digimon just pops out of the screen with red eyes, intent on murdering them.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't care if Takao fixes this or not. That dude's dead.
Yeah, that was my thought. I was like, oh, all the medical equipment went down. Now there's a Digimon in the operating room. That guy's screwed.
Just A1 life support gone.
There's also that boat that Henry's waiting on that just explodes as it approaches him. And it's like, well, the people driving that are dead.
Oh my god.
It's like, holy crap. And it's like they were clearly trying to make the stakes of this one like really intense, but it's like it's all kind of too silly.
Yeah, oh, it's ridiculous. It is like beyond absurd. Because it's like the big stakes of the movie, like the real stakes that like we're supposed to care about, is that like Rika's mom is going to visit her, and she's like on an airplane, and the airplane's getting infected by the Bonsai Buddy virus.
And there's like no real stakes there, because it's like, okay, well, the main character's parent is on that plane, so nothing's gonna happen. But also, And I mean, I know you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit. It's like, oh, something could happen. Who knows? But it's like, I don't know. There's no panic or anything. She's asleep for 90% of the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Like,
it doesn't feel like anything bad is going on. There's like a scene where it shows the dogs eating like the navigation systems or something. But that's all we see of that.
why why is the Bonzi Buddy malware in the control system for the airplane? How did it
Yeah,
get there?
that's what I was thinking. Like at the air traffic control, like whatever. And it's like, why do they have it in their computers? It's like a desktop buddy.
Oh
Who
my
installed it?
like, can these things like switch between devices or whatever? Like, it's never explained. No, screw it. We have to move on.
It's Digimon, so it's not outside the realm of possibility, but it's stupid.
Yeah, it's like, cause how this should go, like, in my head is like, you watch this, it's like, alright, you'd have like, like you see Rika's mom's on the plane, and you have like, you pan over and you see like a kid with a laptop, and you have like, the tense music playing, and you see the dogs on the laptop, and you like cut away, and later you cut back after you see that like, these things are going evil, and you see the dog go from the laptop screen to like the flight deck or something, and the pilots start freaking out because why the heck is this thing here? And then it's like, there's your stakes. That would make it so much more real.
Or like we cut to like an irresponsible like flight air traffic controller guy. I don't know what they're called. I guess air traffic controllers.
Like you have a guy who's
like,
just like at the flight deck. You always get like, maybe like a can of beer next to him. He's just drinking. He's just like, like feet on the desk. There's just junk everywhere. He's just got his laptop on the counter, and you see the little like V pets on the laptop.
not even that. It's just like I would assume they had work computers or whatever, and like he and a colleague is there, and he's like looking at it, he's like, hey, look at this new VPET thing. It's so cute, right? And the other one says something like, are you sure you should be putting recreational stuff on our work computers? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have to be like drunk at work and like stupid. It could just be like, oh, what's the worst? Like, what's the harm in doing this?
Yeah, like, just because friends like, borrows the USB or something, they's like plug into the computer to update like its defenses or whatever. And it's like, you see the dogs like on the flash drive or something. It's like, okay, yeah. Like, I feel like even if it's like the computer's just in the room, then at least that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, if it seems weird that we're not talking about the main cast of Tamers all that much, it's because they don't do much of importance until the end of the movie.
Yeah, so like, so Takao's just hanging out with his friend, and they're just like spearfishing an octopus. Right, his cousin.
His cousin, I think.
Yeah,
that's what the anime said.
Animes have been wrong about cousins before.
Yeah,
just ask Sailor Moon.
Yeah, because I don't think there was actually any mention that they were related.
Yeah,
and like, I don't know, whatever. He's his cousin. Screw it. Yeah, they're like staying at like a temple, and like there's some funny scenes. There's like Guillemon ends up like revealing himself to like Kai and like Kai's grandfather or whatever, and his grandfather's just like, oh, it's just a dog.
Yeah, he's like, there used to be a dog that could talk around here once. I'm sure we'll never hear of him again.
Yeah, it's the Shisa, it's the Guardian or whatever. It's like, I'm sure that's not plot relevant. Also, cutting like out of order like we've been, there's a scene where a Scubamon attacks him, and we see a scene where like the old man and Kai and Takato are like practicing karate poses or whatever, like on the beach, and like it's like the old man is like, I'll take care of this guy, and I'm like, yeah, get him, Grandpa, and then Scubamon just wrecks him.
Oh
And I
man,
was like, come on.
like I know it would make sense, but it'd be so much fun if we had like another scene of a kung fu guy taking out a Scoopamon.
Yeah, because that scene where Henry is like fighting underwater, beating up Scoopamon is fantastic.
Yeah, it's so dumb, but it's so cool that he manages to actually do it.
Yeah, it's like, come on, old man, kick his butt, and just gets wrecked instantly. It's like, that's a bummer.
Man, so a big plot is that they're just on this island. They're like, yo, hanging out in this tropical area or whatever, and like they just see this girl just wash up on shore. Like, why was
No,
she in the no?
she's on a jet ski trying to escape like a shark
Right,
Digimon.
yeah. She's like trying to escape another Digimon attack because there's like a million of them in this movie.
Yeah,
Because like so I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It's like we got like Baronvon just shows up a bit with like the Cactus one and like Phantomon, I think, and like
yeah.
Typhomon, I think is the one that attacks the girl. And you
There's a
also
bunch
have
of weird
like
ones.
there's like random Digimon attacking, say like Karimon attacks Gilmon. You have like an effing like some like pterosaur Digimon with missiles that's attacking an oil refinery. All of this has like basically no connection at all with each other. It's all pointless.
Hey, what was that facility, and why did it have lasers and rocket launchers built into the walls?
I have no idea. Like I assume because here's the thing, because alright, so Mephisto wants to disguise himself as like a guy in goggles, and he's like a tech CEO or something.
Yeah,
So I assume like Mephistomon just had this facility built for the sole purpose of eh,
capturing the girl.
but even though he like no wait, no, that don't make sense because he doesn't even need the girl.
Yeah, no, he wants the vaccine so he can stop it from stopping him.
Yeah,
Uh,
he just wants her
I,
laptop so he can break it. Wait, it's not even her laptop, it's Takao's laptop.
uh, no,
Cause like
I think it's hers because it's got the original V pet on it.
yeah, but
Like
Takano like
Takato.
opens it up and he's like, oh, I haven't fed him yet. Hey,
No,
look
he
how
doesn't.
cute this is.
No, he's like, can I see the V pet? And then he's like, oh, I guess I'll feed it. He doesn't say I forgot to feed it.
Oh man, that's
And
such
they're
like
and they're and she's talking about how that's the original V pet, and why would Takato have that on his laptop?
I don't know, it's such a confusing scene because he just has the backpack and he's like, oh right, yeah, he like takes out the laptop like he knows it's supposed to be there and just opens up and starts like checking it out.
No, the girl has it. Takato asks to see it. I
Oh
just
man.
watched it.
Like, I
I,
don't know
I
why this is confusing me so much. It's like it's such a weird scene.
So, anyways, crap load of Digimon attack, and then the V pet jumps out of the computer, and surprise, it's a Digimon.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
its name
well,
is Shisamon.
yeah, where do I put this? Digidog, yeah, here it is. Wait, no, this isn't the right thing. This is from the intro of the movie.
Ah, whatever.
Whatever, point is, it's a Digimon. It's like a lion dog.
Yeah, it's a Shisa in
Yeah.
Digimon form.
Wait, are they actually
Um,
called Shisa?
yeah, that's like a Japanese mythology thing, I believe.
Right. Okay, yeah, here it is, yeah. So, like, man, we're all over the place, but it turns out like this girl had like a pet dog and like it died in the ocean and it, like drowned to death.
It was trying to save her, and then her father created the V pet after that dog.
Yes. And he also created the V Pet as like a vaccine for like the other Bonsai Buddy malware.
Yeah, but it only works if the little girl acknowledges that Shisamon is her dead dog.
Oh god, I'm just now
That
realizing how stupid this is, because like
that part got me in the end. I was like, it only activates if she acknowledges the dog. What?
yeah, it's like it's like, all right, so like you're a programmer and you're like, okay, yo, like I need to like, make this program for like my daughter or whatever to replace her dead dog. So I'll just make a VPET that looks like the dog. This is like the best I can do to help her. And
Labramon. Sorry, I was
yeah.
I was trying to find the its rookie form that shows up a little like later in the movie. I couldn't remember what it was called.
So it's like, alright, I'm gonna create this program that's like, her dead dog, so she didn't have her dog again. And he, like, makes the program, and, like, I guess, like, I'm assuming Mephistomon just impersonated an existing guy who worked at the company, and that, like, Mephistomon didn't just turn to, like, a random guy in glasses, and he just walked up to the company and just got to, like, CEO position in, like, a week or something. I
I mean,
assume this is, like, someone who already worked there, and they just replaced him.
well, I think he's that guy from the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think the explanation is like, uh, he was shown to be like a hotshot programmer or something, and like because he's a Digimon, he probably manipulate data really easily. So it looked like,
Yeah.
oh man, this guy's a tech genius.
So, like, I think Mephistomon would have had to have, like, he makes himself look like a person, and he, like, fills out a workplace application with no existing job entries.
Well,
And
this
he's
is
like, yeah, I'll get a job at a tech company for sure, so I can launch my evil master plan.
well, this is anime world. He was shown to be good at computers, and they hired him on the spot.
Oh, man. I'm just imagining, like, you have that moment from, like, was it? Like, what's. Crap, I can't remember a movie I'm trying to think of. The Pursuit of Happiness, that's it. You have that moment where it's like, like, Will Smith's, like, in the limo figuring out a Rubik's Cube to impress this tech guy so they'll hire him. But instead, it's like Mephistomon, and he's like, no, let me see that computer a second, I'd do this. And he just, like, does it in, like, 2 seconds, and they're like, hey, you're really good at this by sheer coincidence. Yeah, we have a spot open, I guess. Why don't you join our tech company?
Yeah,
And Mephistomon
it's
just goes home, and he's like, yeah, I can finally stop living out of the airport bathroom now.
it's such a shame that this movie kind of sucks. It's like it's associated with Tamers, and it's just kind of bad.
Yeah. Like, all the criticisms I have about, like, Mephistomon's honestly a cool design, and I kind of like him as a Digimon, because he's like a weird, like, demon goat jester man, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure he's just straight up based off of like Christian, like demons from Christianity.
Yeah, probably.
Like
Still, though, it's a
the
cool looking
goat
design, yeah.
the goat thing and everything. Yeah,
Yeah. Based off, like, I think it's like Baphomet or something. Baphomet, whatever it's called, yeah.
Baphomet.
Baphomet, yeah. But yeah, so he's like, so going back a bit, so it's like, all right, so imagine you're like a programmer, right? And you're like, okay, you like you know how files work and stuff. You know how like mod things or whatever. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna like recreate my daughter's dead dog. And it's like, oh wait, this new guy joined the tech company. He seems like he's a bit of like, a weird egg. He's I guess he's put a virus into this program. Okay, let me tell nobody, and I will hack a vaccine into my daughter's original dog program that causes it to effing die so she can experience death again.
Yeah, it's so weird. And the criteria for it activating is, as I said, really stupid. Also, there's a weird, like, they defeat Gulfmon by doing a thing they've never done, where
Yeah.
the Digimon turn into energy, spiral together, and like impale him.
Yeah, cause like so first they go like Gulfmon's like Mephistomon's domain or whatever, and it's just straight up it's like boring. It kind of sucks.
This is the world as I envisioned it, and it's just like it's like the city underwater, and there's like crap in the air, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's just they're underwater and there's like a floating boat that's like sinking or whatever. It's like, like if it was just a black void, this would be cooler. Honestly, it's kind of worse than nothing. It's like they all just fight Mephistomon and they like blow up the boat behind him. And that causes him to digivolve for no real reason. But yeah, so he just shows up as like Gulfmon, and he's just a big centaur goat man with like a mouth in his crotch.
Yeah, we're going back to the Venomiotismon design.
The weird mouth, like crotch muppet. But yeah, like just like let me just like read something off real quick, cause like I looked this thing up on the wiki, cause it's like, oh, surely he can't be that lame in the lore. So like Gulfmon's a dark animal Digimon. It's a dark Digimon that emerged from the abyss of the dark area. Large bills that a demon beast. It's as immense as a mountain, possessing stirring limbs that attach to its lower half as a maw, large enough to swallow everything. Said that the hole's connected to the abyss of the dark area. It said that those who are sucked in have their souls smashed to pieces and are no longer able to escape. This thing sucks you in and it eats souls. It's also said that it could destroy the world in 7 days.
I mean, that's like the description of every mega level Digimon.
It attacks with Black Requiem, which causes a solemn voice to be heard singing out of nowhere, whose audience is said to soon die with their data artery restored. And it has Dead Scream, which lets out the sorrowful cries of the dead from its maw, which brings death to all who hear them. And all this thing does in the movie is it just shows up, shoots one energy blast, and then like all the main characters' Digimons just turn into colors and drill through him. No, they turn into colors and they fuse into a Phoenix, not a Digimon, like an actual like Phoenix, and then they just drill through him.
They turn into a mass of polygons, like really badly rendered polygons. And the kids are like, they're calling it out like it's something they've always known how to do.
Oh my god.
It's dumb.
Like, you have so much to work with here. Like, why make, like, the, like, bonsai buddy, like, things do, like, the chant, and it's like, oh, they do, like, the Song of Death or whatever, and the kids are like, oh, we have to, like, defeat him before the song kills everyone or something, right?
Yeah.
Or, hey, maybe you could have some cool sound attacks, or you could have, like, unique, like, battle music or something. I don't know, like, anything would be, like, more interesting than this. Like, like...
Yeah, give him... If a lot of his attacks are based on, like, voices and songs and, like sounds and whatnot, like, why... when they're fighting him, it just plays the generic bad Digimon theme.
Yeah, like... Make it so that, like, alright, take all the action scenes out from earlier and just have a really cool final stretch where he's, like, summoning the ghosts of dead Digimon or something using his death stuff, and they have to, like, fight through all these dead Digimon to get to his main body.
Yeah,
like, that'd be cool, yeah.
Cut out, like, 50% of them hanging out and just, like, hunting octopus or whatever.
Yeah. So they just Golfmon might be the most disappointing Digimon antagonist ever. Because his plan is kind of nonsensical, and it's very easily thwarted with, like, just not installing Bonzi Buddy on your computer.
Parasitemon feels more threatening than Golfmon.
Yeah, like, he just shows up, and they just defeat him in, like, one move, and that's just it. And it's like, oh, wow, what a threat.
And this is the longer movie.
Yeah.
It's only about like 20 minutes, but it's still the longer movie of the two, and it's the worst one.
And we have, like, the whole, like, outro sequence where, like, it shows the credits, and because they're, like, too lazy to, like, I don't want to say too lazy, honestly. I should say that. Because it's like, they don't care enough, I guess, to make something new, I should probably say instead. They just, like, show, like, a whole, like, thing where I just reuse the footage of Takato and Kai hunting an octopus again. And that's your end credits bit. That's what we're ending on. Just remember, this wasn't about Bonsai Buddy or the struggles. This movie was about Guilmon trying to catch an octopus.
Holy I skipped the credits because I kind of needed to get to the second movie as fast as I could, but oh man, this is
my
dumb.
Gosh. Like, just like, and like, so here's the thing, if the fights were at least good, at least that would be something, but like, the animation's just like, it's fine, it's solid, but it's nothing special, because there's like, they probably had to spread the budget out among, like, every single Digimon battle in this movie, and there's way too many of them.
Yeah, the animation doesn't look much better, if it is at all better than the anime.
Because it's like, the anime used a lot of, like, stills very heavily, and, like, I acknowledge that, it is what it is. So at least they have, like, more movement and stuff, and more, like, dynamic poses. But it's like, it's not enough to be, like, notably great, right? Like, like, you watch something like, like, Return of Broly or whatever it's called, the Dragon Ball Super movie.
Yeah.
That's gonna bug me that I can't remember the name, but you know what I mean. And it's like, like, that's...
I think it's just called, like, Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah, and that's also a movie where it's like, not lots going on with the plot, it's fairly bare bones, like, most of its action, but it's really cool action that looks great, and it's fantastic.
The animation. Okay, I want to say that's not really a fair comparison, because this movie came out like 2002, and like Broly came out like, what, 2019?
Yeah.
Animation in general has improved.
Yeah, it's really not a fair comparison, but it's like the one that immediately jumps to mind, right? Because, like, I'm trying to think of what would be more of a fair comparison.
I mean, even as far back as the original Digimon movie, like, that looked better.
Yeah.
Like, something earlier even looked better.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of a comparison point where it's like, like, early 2000s-ish, like, animated movie that's just mostly action. I don't know. Let's say, like, was that Dragon Ball movie where they had, like, Garlic Jr., Return of Garlic Jr. or whatever. Like, that's also, like, a lot action and very little else, and it also looks better.
Yeah.
By, like, a lot.
That was way before, also.
Yeah.
That's an old movie.
Yeah, that's a way better comparison, actually. Because, like, riding that one also wasn't the strongest, but at least you get cool fight scenes out of it that look really good and interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I feel like that's about as much as I have to say about, like, Battle of Adventure.
Yeah, it's, also, what a crappy name for a movie.
Yeah, it's, like,
Battles of Adventure or whatever. It's, like,
I feel like they're trying to, like, harken back to, like, like Digimon Adventure, like the first series, because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
we got a Pokemon, Omnimon back, and they don't do anything, but they're there. Go see it.
Yeah.
You get
Meanwhile,
to see Rika ride on Omnimon's shoulder for a bit. Isn't that cool? No.
yeah.
All right.
No, we just move away